Yeah, there's a bit of a short movie today. It's Friday, right? So you got to have your movie. And last week I said I was done, but I'm not quite done. You're never ever done. So this week here I did a little bit of cleaning up stuff and fixing a couple of things, and I fixed up the paint job on the side of the car here where I had scratched it with my belt. Excuse me. And then got the wheels on, got everything going. Have an appointment to go and have it inspected on Monday. Don't know if it's going to pass or not. We'll see. There's the only thing that doesn't work is the speedometer. I don't know why. I think from what YouTube says, it's needing a speed sensor. So I'll put out a little movie today, and then when I get it roadworthy and get a plate on it, I've got a Alberta plate on it right now. That's the last plate it had. And when I get a PEI plate on it, we'll take it out for a run on the highway and just see what it's like. Anyway, there you go, all for now. Yeah, I'm fixing my scratch. I sanded it off using 320. Actually, first I put some of that, whatever you call that stuff, solvable. That stuff way over there. Can't really read it, but anyway, whatever it is, solvent. Put some solvent on it with a Q-tip, and that softened up everything around it pretty good. And then I used 1500 grit, and then I went down to 320 grit after that, after I got the soft stuff off with wet sanding, and then cleaned it off and used a tack cloth, and now this is coat number 2 on there, and it looks like it's feathered in pretty good. And on the edges, I'll just feather them out with a bit of, sanding after I get it all done. But I can't tell the difference anywhere, so I must be all right. Yeah, there's coat number 3. I just left this tape in here that's my tester, so I can touch it and see if it's dry. Yeah, so there's coat number 5 or 6 of base coat. Still see a little bump right there, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it too much. Once this clear coat's on there, it's all right. I'm going to give it one more coat of base coat, and then I'm going to leave it overnight, give it a bit of a sanding, and then clear it tomorrow. See how that works out. But so far, it's an awful lot of work here just to make it look the same. Well, there you go. That's looking not too bad. There's still a couple of little marks in there, but I'm not going to worry about them too much. That's as good as it gets for this round. Now I have to run a clear coat on it. I've wiped it off with a tack cloth just to make sure that there's no dust on it. And now for the clear coat. So that's just a real quick. This is all set to go. I set up the pressure to run at 60 instead of 40. It needs to push out more clear. See what happens. There's one coat on. See how let it dry and get another coat on it. Yeah, there's coat number 2 clear on there. I think it's going to come out all right. We'll just see how it works down here where the tape line is. I think I'll be able to just buff that out. Otherwise, it should look all right. Yeah, so there's a final coat. Oh, looks pretty good. We'll just let that dry. It's pretty tacky right now. Yep. Tacky, tacky, tacky. Yeah, you'd never know. Along that edge there, and along there, a little bit of the spot here where I'll have to rub it out so it looks good. But mostly, came out nice. And that scratch that was in there is gone. Yay. Yeah, I know you can't see anything because everything's black, but that's the trick here. I wanted to cover up all the welding I did and the underneath. Well, I'll just put some of that black undercoating on it so it won't rust. And then so first I put on some rubberized stuff. That's kind of a yellow material. And then I put on this black stuff over the top of it just to keep it from, make it look the same. So that's all undercarriage done, underwork done. So I've got an appointment on Monday, Thursday today. I've got an appointment on Monday to go to the, get the vehicle inspection done. And as far as I can tell, it's all set, all the lights work and everything like that. So I have to go and get a temporary permit to drive it that far. So I got to do that this afternoon or sometime as soon as I get the insurance papers. So there you go. There's news for the day. Yeah, so here I am at the PEI. Wow, that says alcohol over there, but PEI Access it's called. And I'm waiting in my car. They give you a little buzzer like this thing. They say, wait in your car, we'll buzz you when it's your turn. I guess that works for the COVID guys. And there's a, like this paperwork here just says that it's a PEI registered car. It's not plated. This paperwork here says I've got insurance for it. So I'm going to get a, what do you call that thing? A temporary permit till I get it inspected, and then I'll come back here and do this again to get a plate on it. Oh well, there you go. Yeah, so there's the permit. So that's good for one trip only to get the car inspected at Cornwall and then back again, I guess. Yeah, so back to wax on, wax off. So I got new sandpaper, 1,000, 15, and 2,000, 1,000, 1,500, and 2,000, and I've done the sanding on it, so it's nice and smooth now. Feels good. So now I got to take and get some of that stuff over there. You can see it right over there, sitting on the shelf. It's that finishing compound. I'm gonna try not to use the great big DA thing, dual action thing. I'm just gonna use my hand and buff it out with a bit of a terry cloth. Then we'll put wax on it and see how it looks out. See what happens. Yeah, there now, the wax is on there. It's pretty near time to take it off. Give it another minute or two. Then I decided I'd just wax all the black all the way around and see how that turns out, if it comes out any nicer. I didn't do this bit up here, but we'll just see. Yeah, so I'll have to take the polishing machine to it because it didn't come out quite as shiny as I like, so I think that the polishing machine will make it better. I'll give that a go and see what we can come up with. Yeah, there, that brought the polish up on it. A nice polish now. Now there were a bunch of scratches in here that I had before, but they're all but gone. A little bit of, you can see a little bit of a mark, but you have to be riding pretty slow on a horse to be able to see it. There's a couple of little marks on the paint right in here and stuff like that, but you really can't see it. Anyhow, I'm gonna start it up and take it for a spin around about. I've got a permit for it for a one-time trip to the Cornwall Auto, but I'm going to use it for a one-time trip around the block here and just make sure it'll make it to Cornwall Auto. There you go. Yeah, so here I am out here in the hinterland. I took it down the road. And I got to turn around and go back. It drives not bad, a little bit shaky. I think that it needs wheel alignment and stuff like that. And it makes some pretty good noises sometimes, but like there's a pretty big whine that comes out of it. I don't know where that comes from. But sometimes it comes and sometimes it goes away. So I'll look into that. Don't know for sure where it's coming from. Then the speedometer is not working for whatever reason. I checked out the wiring to the differential. So, and the YouTube says if the speedometer is not working and all the other gauges are working, it's more likely the sensor in the back, which wouldn't surprise me a little bit. But otherwise, it seems to be working all right. It dips and dives a bit. It doesn't handle as well as what it should yet. But I'll get that sorted out with a bit of a wheel alignment and get rid of some of these noises that are happening to it. Don't know what they're from, but I'll see if I can get it in Monday and get it inspected. If it'll get inspected, then I can do some more road testing and figure out what's going on. But here we're coming into the cove. Yep, it does drive. The brake light's on full time. I don't know why. I think that it's needing to be bleeding. I think it's sensing some air in the systems, and you got to get one of those bleeders for ABS brakes. And the ABS light's on, likely the same reason. But we'll just live with what we got right now and see if I can get the rest of it figured out. Now the worst danger is whether I'll hit something coming into this little shop. Anyway, there you go, a little bit of a test drive. So it drives on the road, seems to go all right. We'll just, and it doesn't overheat or anything. No bad noises out of the motor, just lots of weird noises out of the rear end. I think that's from all that metal scraping on each other. We'll wait and see if I can figure that out.